What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TEW Confrontational. My name is Ty Workentine, here with my little brother, Evan
What up, what
Workentine. Back at you with episode number 28 of TEW
28.
Confrontational. And we're excited. Week 2 of preseason has wrapped up. Had an exciting game last night, first Monday night game of preseason, which made it feel like football's back, baby. We had
And it was the divisional game too.
Yeah, Troy Aikman, Joe Buck, and right out of the gates, there was touchdowns being scored. I think it was like 14-14 at half, or it was 14-17 with like 2 minutes left, and Washington ran the 2-minute drill down the field and scored.
Yeah.
Sam Howell looked good.
And that's their starting quarterback.
Right, they named Sam Howell their starting quarterback, and then on the other side you had I think it's Robinson or something.
Yeah.
Or Tyler Johnson?
But the Robinson, that's the running back. Brian Robinson, he's only got shot last year.
Yeah, but that's for Washington.
Yeah.
Still, but yeah, I remember him coming out of the tunnel. Saying,
Many men.
I just watched that video the other week.
Yeah.
Got me pumped up for football. Yeah, but speaking of pumped up for football.
Yeah, officially 15 days away when this comes out. 15 days away from regular season. September 7th. First game. Who is it? KC and the Lions. First, Lions haven't been on, a primetime game, especially the first game of the season to start the season out in a long time. So
right. It's gonna be a fun. I think that's kind of becoming like, I wouldn't say a rivalry, but like the Chiefs and the Lions battled it out a couple times. But the way that the Lions have played in the last two, I would say 1.5 seasons.
Yeah, 1.5.
That was the second half of the 2 seasons ago, and then last year they played well. We Vikings went 1-1 with them. We got our butts whipped one time, but so Lions and Chiefs 15 days away. Thursday night football kicking off the season, but we are starting to see during preseason games like some of the starters. We saw Patrick Mahomes last week.
Patty Mahomes played, Kenny Pickett's been playing. The Chiefs destroyed their week 2 game. They put up 35 points. 38 points,
They're cruising, 100%.
And Patty Mahomes went 10 for 15, 105 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And you're seeing, like you said, there's a lot of quarterbacks playing. Obviously, Jordan Love starting quarterback. Kenny Pickett's been playing in every game. Steelers look phenomenal.
Yeah, Steelers do.
And they're rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm rooting for the Steelers, but I'm also, that's a scary team. But it is, like we always say, AFC is stacked.
It's going to be tough for them, but I think they're definitely a sleeper team, though.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think Kenny Pickett's really, he was getting dogged on. Obviously, they had they brought in Trubisky last year to, kind of take over the reins, have, a veteran quarterback in the facility. And, obviously, he started a few games. And a lot of the fans were kind of dogging on, what's his name? Trubisky for throwing picks. And then the youngin comes in and plays good. He has, what's his name? Yeah, we just said it. Pickett, yeah, he has small-ass hands, so everybody's giving him shit.
Right. But, he's a dog. I mean,
he's really picking it up.
He kind of got just thrown into the game, Trubisky got sat week 4, I think, and then Kenny Pickett just got thrown in the game. I mean, he ran for a touchdown, threw
and that was late in the game.
Yeah, threw a Hail Mary because they were down, but threw a Hail Mary, got picked off. But he had a couple other interceptions. He still fought hard. But going back to, this last night's game, just a quick stat, that was the Ravens were 24-0 going into that game, so they hadn't lost the preseason game in 8 years, and so that was pretty remarkable. I mean, that was fun to watch, and then so going back to Monday night, when Joe Buck and Troy Aikman did you get to watch the game?
Oh, I saw. I think because I think it's the new Washington owner.
Yeah.
And he just went to point at him like this, and that guy shook his hand. He shook his hand.
It was really awkward.
And then, Troy Aikman just kind of looked over and just smiled.
He kept it cool, and Joe Buck played it cool, and then so did the owner. Usually that
it was awkward as shit, man.
Yeah,
it was
but then
awkward.
You just kept rolling with it. He rolled with that punch, and then you got to ask a few more questions, and you just rolled right along with the punches. So that was fun to watch.
That was popping around social media, and they're just like, man, Washington's just starting to turn it around. The fucking owner's doing this shit.
Yeah, damn.
That was funny.
It was pretty funny, but I mean, I wouldn't mistake because he was sticking it out like this for not a long time, but enough time for the
And
guy
he
to
looked.
look down. Oh, look up. Process. Oh, he might want to shake my hand. He goes for the reach.
Yeah.
It was like a half grab, and it was like,
That,
"Ooh, buddy."
that was funny.
But it was funny. I did enjoy that.
But yeah, I think that so far, I think that's the best game, that preseason game that we've seen.
Well, I mean, yeah, there were a couple other like dogfight, barn burner type deals. They had the Eagles and the Browns.
Yep.
They tied on Thursday night.
That was a sloppy ass game.
It was sloppy. A lot of second strings. There wasn't a whole lot of starters. You had Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who in the last couple of games
their first game, first two games,
he was playing well. But then this one, you just couldn't. I mean, I think he had 164 yards through the air, and about 30 on the ground. But he wasn't. Yeah, just couldn't find a touchdown, and I think he was like 17 for 27, so not a great completion percentage. But yeah, I mean, that was a tie game, and then you had Cincinnati tying with. Can't remember who they
played. Cincy. That was a pretty low scoring game, wasn't it?
It was 13-13. It was Friday night's game.
Yeah, Cincy. They played. Where the fuck did they?
They played the Falcons.
Yeah, 13-13.
13. Yeah, so I mean that wasn't a great game, but you did get to see highlights of Bijan Robinson. He looked really good. His first carry as a Falcon goes for a 14-yard first down.
Yep.
And then he had a sweet one-handed grab out of the backfield.
He only played one series.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to see highlights right away out of him. Like, hey, this guy is somebody you want on your team, and I'm excited for Bijan. Like, this could be he might go first round, but if not, if you can steal him in the second round, maybe that'd be a pretty good grab if you grab like a Tyreek Hill or like a Christian McCaffrey and a Bijan Robinson or something. You know,
I don't know. The Falcons. They're kind of. Teams are starting to come out with their number one quarterbacks just to start the regular season. And I don't think the Falcons have came out yet and said who their starter's going to be. Is it going to be Desmond Ridder? Is it going to be Taylor Heineke? Game, Taylor Heineke had 162 yards passing.
Yeah, but Desmond Ridder played pretty well too.
Yeah,
not bad. I think Taylor Heineke started that preseason. Desmond Ridder came in after. But
is that a sign though? Because usually you'll play your starters off the bat just to get maybe first series, two series, but
probably just a QB competition. I think Desmond Ridder started week 2 or week 1 of preseason.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows? I'm excited for football to start, and I like seeing the quarterback competition. Baker Mayfield won his against Kyle Trask. Yeah, he was named starter today for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, and that's gotta be a good feeling for Baker. I mean, having obviously being the franchise quarterback in Cleveland, and then going to LA and playing a few games because Stafford was hurt.
Right.
And playing well, and then finally getting traded and getting a starting position like right out the gate. You're not playing not like he was in LA when he played week 12 and week 13. He's starting week 1, so
huge confidence booster, and I think I like the way he's been playing. I mean, watching him play preseason,
he's been playing pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think they did too hot this week. They played the Jets. I mean,
Jets didn't play. Yeah, they 13-6.
Yeah, 13-3.
13-3.
No, 13-6.
13-6. That's what I thought. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy for him.
100%. I didn't watch the Jets and the Bucks game. How did you see any stats?
I mean, the Jets, their defense, dominant. They've been dominant all 3 games that they've played. Yeah. Or two. I think they played 3 because they played that Hall of Fame game. Their defense is what's gonna win them games. I think obviously their offense has got a lot of new faces, a lot of new receivers. Obviously, the starting quarterback Aaron Rodgers is learning not a new system but new faces to throw to and kind of reliability. But their offensive line is what's really gonna hurt them.
Yeah,
they're gonna get destroyed up front if they don't figure shit out soon.
Yeah, heard that out of a lot of people, like a lot of sources, or not sources, but like media and stuff that says the Jets O-line is kind of booty cheeks. But I mean, if you can protect Aaron Rodgers for how like 2 seconds, then
but I mean, you can have all the talent in the world. Like they were saying this in Hard Knocks, you can have Rookie of the Year. You can have two really good running backs, Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook, and you can have
defensive player Sauce Gardner.
Two $10 million receivers, $10 million a year receivers, and Allen Lazard and what's his name, Christian Wilson,
Garrett
Wilson. I mean, you could have all that talent, and Still no O-line, especially when you pick up Dalvin Cook. He needs a line to run behind.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers needs a line to protect him.
Vikings O-line probably isn't much better than the Jets.
Hey, yeah, but
so
speaking of the Vikings, Nick Mullins looked pretty good.
Nick Mullins looked decent. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see our ones out there.
Yeah.
And stuff like that because we're 0-2, haven't pulled out a dub yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
but we'll see when our starters come out. I don't know if we're starting any next week or playing any. But I know there's like Aaron Rodgers is
gonna Aaron Rodgers starting. I think he'll probably just play one series.
Probably, or maybe two.
Maybe two, but you're gonna see. I bet they do a few run plays. I don't know, but he's gonna throw a bomb. I know.
I bet you he comes out slinging.
He'll throw a bomb for sure.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
You think so? I wonder if Rodgers is playing, are they gonna put some one receivers out there like Garrett Wilson or Allen Lazard?
I would if they're not already like recovering from an injury or like.
I think they'd be
not an injury, I would say, but like if your ankle hurts, don't go out and play.
Yeah, obviously. Right. But I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see even just like an Lazard and Rodgers connection, just like back in Green Bay, or even just to see Garrett Wilson catch a bomb from Rodgers.
Yeah, no, that would be pretty sweet. But
on the other side, like I just mentioned, the Packers, I think that Jordan Love's really proven himself. I mean, he's started both games preseason, and I think I don't know what his actual stats are, like 12 for 15 or 12 for 18, 100, not a ton of yards.
Through the first 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 or 3 touchdowns passing. He looks good, looks confident.
80 yards last week, and then like 130 the first week, or 120 this first week, 124 I think it was.
Yeah, maybe. He looks good though. I'm excited, like you said, I'm excited to see all the starters play all together.
Yeah,
and also go against a starting defense.
Mm-hmm.
So that really like kind of shows you how good your offense is going to be and how good your defense is going to be when you see all the starters matched up against each other.
Yeah, I wish they did released more footage of like the. I'm sure you can find it online and stuff, but like more footage of the dual practices. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. If you follow like the teams,
yeah, I bet you they have it.
You can because they always have or they just have clips. Like I follow the Packers once when they ever have them. Rob Domofsky, he always posts like clips because he's like a reporter for them, right. So he gets field access during those practices. So they're not like they don't film the whole thing, but they'll film the big plays.
Yeah, but those are 1v1. Those are ones on ones like during those joint practices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know it's not. It is full, like not 100% full speed, and you can't just like lay people out and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're still getting after it.
Mm-hmm.
1v1. So I wish they released more footage of that because I know they release all the fights and everything that
they do. See, how about that? Like
there was Ravens.
So many fights.
The Ravens and who did the Ravens play this week? Obviously, we just talked about it. The Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
But Mark Andrews like picked to somebody up and body slammed a guy. Yeah. And then there was punches thrown and huge brawls and like that stuff is exciting.
Dude, I've been following preseason a lot more, or even those joint practices more, or just NFL entirely more this year. I don't know why, but yeah, so many more fights in these joint practices. Like there's fights at every single one. Right. The joint practices usually have 2 days with the team.
2 or 3, I think.
I think it's 2, and I know the Jets one got canceled because of rain. Mm-hmm. So they decided not to do the joint practice. And some teams are actually backing out of the joint practices.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's some teams that, yeah.
Yeah, because I know the Packers, I don't know if I think they've done 2 total ones with 2 different teams. They did the Cincinnati Bengals and then they did New England Patriots. Mm-hmm. And that was the first look at Zeke in the Patriots uniform.
Yeah.
He came out and they were in Lambeau too.
Yeah, I saw the joint practice.
Or in Green Bay.
Pictures or whatever, like some clips of that video of Zeke running by. I mean, I think he looks good, but people saying he's looking chubby and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Zeke has always been like a thicker
thicker running back. Yeah.
Right. He's never been like skinny.
No.
Even when he had like, I think probably still does have like 6-pack. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's just like
he's gonna be. I think he's honestly gonna get a decent amount of touches this year in New England.
I think so too. Well, behind Ramondre Stevenson, I mean Did you see him in preseason?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was running the ball pretty well on
but is he gonna?
Defense.
I think they'll. He'll get at least a few touches, maybe third down back or
100%. But
red zone.
There was a clip that I saw of who's the OC in New England, whoever that is. They're
I'm not sure who that is because it used to be what's his name? Now he's the head coach of the Raiders. Oh man.
Mark
No,
O'Donnell. No,
no.
Daniels.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel's.
Mike
He used to
McDaniels.
be the OC at New England, and then he went over to the Raiders about 2 years ago. That's when Devontae went over to the Raiders too.
Yeah, and that's when like John Gruden went all through all that controversy
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and then got fired or whatever, brought him on,
Yeah.
and then Mike McDaniels went over to Denver for a year too, with
Did he?
yeah, with first year with Russ,
Okay.
and now he's with.
Oh, because I know, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Because I
I'm
don't know.
pretty sure.
Nathaniel Hackett did like kind of that same thing, and he was.
So he wasn't the head coach.
Nathaniel Hackett was the head coach of the Denver Broncos last year.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, and then now he's the offensive coordinator of the Jets.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
He may
Mike
have.
McDaniels was the head coach in Denver as well.
He may have. I know he did interview a few places like 2 years ago, and then turned it down and returned to New England.
Maybe.
But I don't know. Yeah, it don't
I
matter.
can't remember.
Oh, my bad.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm excited for football to start.
Yeah.
We got our fantasy coming up too. That draft is next week. So like
Next week.
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So when we're recording this right now, but next week, and then we're doing it at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I changed the time from 6 to 7 just so everyone
Give us a little bit more time.
like get home, eat, so I don't have to like be rushed after
Right,
work.
right.
Because I get off at 5, you get off at 4:30, and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. And
But
so moved it to 7. But yeah, we still got time if you guys want to join.
Mhm.
Just shoot.
I think we're sitting at
9.
9 or 10. Yeah.
Yeah, so we need one
We'll
more.
try, or even try to get 3 more.
Yeah, to get to 14. Yeah.
12. Get to 12.
12 or 14.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we still have spots open, if anybody wants to join, just shoot me or Evan a text
Mhm.
or a DM or whatever, and we'll get you a link over to you. But,
Yeah, it'd be fun. But speaking of preseason, I've heard a lot of, I don't know, backlash on the referees and what they're calling and how they're calling preseason. I know you got to call it kind of tight because you don't want a ton of injuries.
Right.
But you heard about that Quan Alexander hit
Oh, yeah, yeah.
where he,
got.
I mean, honestly, his head didn't even, it wasn't head to head. He wasn't really leading with his head. His head ended up hitting him in like the stomach. Great tackle. Ended up getting fined $43,000 for a preseason game. And what they make, what, 3,200, 3,500 a game?
Yeah.
The
and
vets do.
And
That's
I
the
didn't know
vets.
that. Yeah, and I saw that on Pat McAfee. He got fined like 46,000
It was 43, yeah, 44.
or something.
Yeah,
And then
still
he-
a lot of money
And then and he only makes 32,000 a game.
for preseason, yeah.
I did not know, like, even if you were like active roster veteran or anything.
Well, they probably do that because, like, even if you're a vet, they probably expect you not to play as much. They're not going to pay a shit ton of people or vets to not play, you know?
Right.
So, but still, how do you find somebody? It was a great contact, like, good
Yeah,
hit.
and I saw it. He did so, like, leading with the head. Like, that was a rule a while ago. It wasn't. It's not like a new rule,
But
or like newly enforced rule.
No.
It's been a rule for
3 years, 4
enforced-
years.
Yeah, enforced for a while. It's just the way that it all happened. Like, he wasn't defenseless.
Well, I mean, it honestly was pretty close to being, like, that's what I was thinking because he was like a bubble screen. And he did get his head around. Like, he made an
running
athletic move,
forward,
too.
looking at the guy.
He-
As he was like he turned, caught it, hadn't gotten
Yeah.
hit, tucked it.
Made an athletic move.
He tucked it,
Yeah.
was looking, and then gets hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
It's just like I get like why the ref called it, but why is the fine of 40
yeah, I know,
something thousand dollars? Like,
Right.
that's insane.
right. And so yeah, he did lead with his head, but I guess his head wasn't up like this, you know, because you
Yeah.
have to lead with your head up. It was more down,
Mhm.
so it hit, like the
Crown.
crown of his head. So that's what they called.
Because you can lead with, I don't obviously you can't lead with your head, but I think the main thing is leading with your crown because obviously that's the hardest part of the helmet
right,
and
you-
more dangerous. Yeah,
yeah.
for
But-
both players.
Mhm. But it was a great. I thought it was a clean hit.
Yeah.
I thought it, like, when I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, that's a nice hit. And then he gets up, he's pumped. I thought maybe the flag was for like taunting because he kind of like stepped over
Yeah.
him a little bit.
Yeah, I really hope like this year coming up, like I hope the refs, because like the past few years, the refs have been kind of like making it about them. Like they've had calls where like, oh, the refs just
Very
ruining the
controversial,
game.
Very, very
Like even
controversial.
we get the roughing the passer. Like I think every NFL player knows like, okay, especially defensive player knows like don't tackle the quarterback hard. Don't put all your body weight on him when you're tackling him. Like kind of roll after you tackle him. But I hope they don't start calling those like good hits.
Well,
like
there's been plays like last year where it changed the whole entire dynamic of the game because there was a strip sack, but the guy like rolled on top of him as he would like he fumbled, but then rolled on top of him as like he was going down,
Mhm.
and they called roughing the passer. And
Yeah.
they got the ball back when the other team recovered the
Yeah,
fumble and
but
everything.
I don't understand that because like, what do these think these guys are? Ninjas? Like,
They're hard to stop a 300 like
pound body going.
momentum. Yeah,
Yeah,
hard to
all
stop a
that.
300
Yeah.
pound body
I
like
mean, they can
that.
try to get, like let up on the force a little bit, just try to like land softer, but they're not gonna be able to roll completely, so they don't land on the quarterback at all.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no, there's a lot of rule changes. Look at that new kickoff thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have they implemented
Not
that?
yet. That was like you're saying from the XFL.
Yeah.
They try to no. I think it won't be this year, but I hope they don't do that at
Right.
all.
Because I haven't seen any.
No, they haven't implemented it yet. But I'd say, but who was it? Garofolo. He's a NBA or NFL insider.
Mhm.
He said that like maybe within the next 5 years that could be something that would happen,
I thought
but
they were gonna. I thought they were gonna test it out this year
maybe
or
next
the next year
preseason.
or something.
Maybe I think that's stupid and shit. Keep the rules. They're changing football too much as it is.
I did like just going back on that. Like there was a kickoff this weekend that I was watching, and there was a pretty big hit, and this guy helmet into like a knee or like a side or something.
Mm-hmm.
Got up a little wobbly, and it kickoff. Obviously, these kids are trying to make the team and stuff like that. That's the only one I really saw out of all of the games I watched, all the kickoffs that I watched this week. I saw one, but other than that, I see no one's not returning it. If they even get it in the
Yeah.
end zone, all the people are bringing it out.
And there was some talk about like even just like getting rid of fully like a punt and
No,
like
that would not even
or
that would
kickoff.
change the whole entire game.
Right. Well, and think about how many people would lose their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd have to decrease your team down to 40, just say 45. You're losing 7 starting spots. A lot of people lose their jobs because sometimes that's all they do is play special teams.
Right.
But I don't know. Well, I don't know. And then I think I was just kind of thinking about like, what do they think they're like? What did I say? Ninjas.
Right.
Tua Tagovailoa, he's doing like what is he doing? Like mixed martial arts or like
No, jujitsu.
jujitsu, yeah, which is like part of it, yeah.
But yeah, still combat sport. But no, did you see when he kind of put it to play this weekend too? When he threw his interception, like first play of the game or whatever, throws a pick, and this guy's running. Tua gets blocked kind of, but then sheds it, but then
like rolls over.
Yeah, just falls on his side, and
Yeah.
this guy like trips over.
It
him
looked
and-
like he was gonna have another neck or back injury.
Yeah.
Take a knee right to the neck or the back.
But hey, that's heart right there. Putting your body on the
He needs to
line.
chill out with his like, his track record
moment.
of getting injured. What if he got
The
injured in
scary moments
preseason?
on the field that every fan is like, please don't, like, especially the Dolphins fans, please don't let that happen again.
Yeah.
And then you see that, you're like, gotta love it, the
Mhm.
dog in him. But Jesus, yeah,
Right. Yeah, there's been some big news like all over the NFL and that Chargers cornerback. I got to pull up his name because you hear about that story? That was
maybe.
yeah. Let me pull it up. But anyways, I'm gonna get his name first. Let's see here. Caleb Farley. It was either last night. I think it was either yesterday or today. I think he was at practice or at the facility. His house was not occupied. His house blew up, like completely blew up. $2 million house blew up, and initially they said like there was one dead, but his house is gone.
Like, how did that happen?
I think they said a gas leak.
Yeah, and then like there must have been
Must have been some type
a
of
stove going on or like a
maybe,
something or a spark
but
hit it.
no, it blew up his house. Like, and it's obviously
like a bomb type deal.
like a bomb, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it could have been like a furnace or like
No, I
a.
did not hear about that.
But yeah,
That's
and they
nuts.
initially they reported like one person dead. It was his dad.
His dad was in the
Yeah,
house?
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I mean, imagine if you're at practice and then your house blows up. That's even bad enough, and then like your
Yeah,
dad's
holy
there and your
shit.
dad dies.
That's
That was some big
insane.
news that came out today.
Yeah, no, I did not hear about that. That's wild.
Right. And I'm not sure if Caleb Farley. I'm not sure if he's a starting cornerback, but he is a part of the Chargers and he's on part of their defensive squad. So
Damn.
um,
Yeah, that's crazy. There's another passing too that I reminded when you said that. Reggie Chaney.
Chaney.
So he played for Houston.
Mhm.
He's the ACC Sixth Man of the Year. He passed away too today. Died at age 23.
Jesus.
Yeah, you saw him in the Final Four tournament like 2021 when Houston made it all the way to the Final Four.
Yeah, how did they say how he passed away?
I guess I didn't read into it. I just saw that he passed away, and I took a screenshot of it so I could mention it. But no.
Yeah, damn, that's unfortunate.
23 years old. That's insane.
But yeah, back to some good news, some happy news. Shout out to Will Levis. He signed a lifetime deal with Hellman's Mayonnaise. If anybody is familiar, it sounds weird, but anybody that knows about this is familiar with Will Levis and his combine and like when he was a draft prospect, he was known for putting mayo in his coffee.
Yeah, on everything.
On everything, yeah, but in his coffee is probably the weirdest one.
And then he fucking eats his bananas.
Yeah, he might. What's a banana company that you can think of? Maybe he might sign a lifetime deal with bananas.
It's like Dole, like DOLE or something.
Oh yeah, it's like isn't that like that's like a fruit?
Yeah, and has a sunshine.
Yeah, he might sign a lifetime. He's gonna be a lifetime deal with mayo and bananas by the time he's done with it, and he might not play it down.
How big was it? Did you say that?
Lifetime. I don't know what
the contract
was, but lifetime. So I don't know if maybe they're saying it gets mayo for the rest of his life. Man,
that's so nasty.
But we're gonna see it, I bet, like in the next probably few months during NFL season.
Commercials.
Maybe a Super Bowl commercial with Will Levis on it.
Eating mayo, I would probably throw up if I saw him eat a spoonful of mayo.
Yeah.
That is fucking nasty.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was big news. But it's better than having people pass away.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime deal. I bet pretty pumped for the Rook. But no, let's talk about some injuries that are happening. Some pretty significant injuries in the NFL that are going to affect teams not only in the regular or preseason, but in the regular season.
Yeah, I don't know if this one is too significant of an injury, but last night you saw Terry McLaurin go out. Looked like he got rolled over on maybe his ankle or his knee or something, but it ended up being a turf toe sprain or toe.
But those are kind of tough to come back from.
Yeah, but it's a lot better than a
ACL or ankle or
high ankle sprain or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, you saw Michael Thomas out a whole year with turf toe.
But I mean, was that true? Because
there was contractors. There was something
speculation
that there was something going on there. I can't remember, but he did have turf toe. He said so. It could be hopefully that's not too serious.
Yeah, because it's a key player for the Commanders.
And then another one that I saw. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but Jackson Smith-Njigba for Seattle, the first round draft pick. He's undergoing hand surgery that happened, and he's in Philadelphia. They were playing the Eagles. And no, Seattle didn't play the Eagles.
Who would they play? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
But he's in the town where they played, and then he's getting undergoing hand surgery.
Oh, he's getting surgery there?
Yeah.
He's not flying back to his facility?
I don't think so.
I can pull up who's
played. I think
played.
he said it was in Philadelphia. It didn't say Seattle, but he was but he's undergoing hand surgery.
Seattle played Dallas.
Hopefully going back.
Seattle played Dallas.
So it might be.
Dallas. Dallas probably has a pretty big,
medical
field clinic, yeah.
But no, he should be back hopefully by start of the regular
But
season.
it's still hand surgery, and that's how he makes his money, is using his hands.
I don't know if it was a torn tendon or what. It probably was a torn tendon or something, because they were looking at his right here, like on the inside.
Oh, yeah. Like that webbing, maybe.
Or, got bent back or something like that.
Yeah. Some other ones, like Marlon Humphrey. This is huge for the Ravens. He's like the head of that defense, pretty much. He's having foot surgery.
Okay.
So he'll be out for first few weeks of the preseason, which is huge, especially if the Ravens want to have a great season, adding like those additions like Odell Beckham and them. So
and this past weekend, Jadeveon Clowney.
Yep.
Because he was a free agent for a long time for the Browns, and then he always gets picked up later in the season. Like Cleveland picked him up like way late, like week 1 or week 2 of the season, and then he just got picked up by the Ravens. But that's pretty big.
That's
for an edge rusher for the Baltimore Ravens with all those new additions to the offense and to their defense too. So that Marlon Humphrey one does suck. But.
Yeah, initially they said he'd be out probably the first 2 weeks for sure.
Yeah.
So it's not obviously a huge loss, but
yeah, Joe Burrow should be back here relatively soon. Hopefully, at the start of week 1. I heard that everything's progressing well, and he's back doing like just the non-contact drills and stuff like that.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But I don't know if they're going to rush him back. Like, there's no need to rush him back. I think they're good enough. I don't think they're going to put him in right the first week.
Who knows? Maybe. We'll see.
Because what's his name? who said that? I forget. Keep forgetting their head coach's name. I know it too. But anyways, their head coach said, "Yeah, we're not gonna rush him back. I'd be fine if like he was back like week 5,
Yeah.
just to give him the rest. You don't want to rush him back, especially."
They usually start slow anyway. Like even if they
Mhm.
had like last year, they had all their guys, and they still started out like 1-4.
Yeah,
And then they went on a tear. But
obviously that's not the start you want to have, but if you want to save your quarterback for the like the mid-season to late season stretch,
right,
you need him. But
all right, and then yeah, going off of that, I can't remember what I was gonna say. I had another name, Brock Purdy.
yep,
We got to see him this weekend, and so that's good to see. Like he was coming from that elbow surgery
Yeah.
from the NFC Championship game, where they went through 5 quarterbacks and a couple running backs to fulfill their quarterback duties
Yeah.
or whatever. And so
they're having some Christian McCaffrey throw some
Wildcat,
balls
yeah,
too.
right. So so that's huge for the 49ers. So that's what I was kind of
Yeah.
going off of, because coming back, you got to see Brock Purdy come back.
Yeah, healthy.
And then Trey Lance.
Trey Lance looked
too.
good. Yeah, that was karma for me. I was talking shit on him last week, so
Yeah, Trey Lance
looks very
good.
I mean, I wouldn't say very good. Fuck, he's playing against 2s and 3s, but
Right, but I mean, he led like a game winning drive or whatever in the last
which is
6
hopefully gonna
minutes.
just not hopefully just boost his confidence so he can get back to being himself. Obviously, he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah, they got a good quarterback room too. I don't know about Brock Purdy, honestly. I didn't get his
Yeah,
I think it might have been beginner's luck, like kind of a fluke type deal.
who knows? We'll get to see him play a whole season this year.
Right,
So
right. And I do kind of, he just throws dinks and dunks to like Brandon Ayuk and Debo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey and all of their Kittle. So he has all of them are throw for a yard and run for 40. So I mean that helps too with not being a great quarterback. You know what I mean?
right. And he was young too. Yeah,
he is young, and so their whole team is young. The whole quarterback room. Same Darnold, 28.
He's
27?
he's getting up there though.
Right, but he's not too old.
No.
I mean he's not a vet. I wouldn't.
He's their vet though in that
Right.
quarterback room.
Right. So I mean, they still have a solid quarterback. They have a solid team. Their defense is pretty good too, and so
Yeah.
San Francisco is going to be tough in the NFC. Them and the Eagles are going to be the top teams to beat.
Yeah.
The Packers look pretty good too. I mean, yeah.
We'll see. I mean, obviously we can say they look good in preseason. There's a lot of teams that do look good in preseason. Like some of the teams that go 3-0 in preseason, they might have like a 5-12 season.
Right. They're adding I've seen a lot of activity out of the Packers press about picking up XFL people. Yep. They picked up
I don't know if it's is it XFL or is it USFL?
I think both.
Maybe. Yeah. I know. I saw that. They picked up one of our quarterbacks. He's been balling out. He's from the XFL, the Birmingham Stallions.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's XFL, USFL.
I think that's XFL. But there's a couple.
We picked up a cornerback
and a linebacker.
I think I don't know if we picked up a backup kicker too or punter. Yeah, the Packers are really diving in on that XFL, USFL.
Yeah, I mean that should be a good avenue for people who don't make it into the NFL.
And the best thing is you get to see them. Okay, and it's different college, obviously, but USFL and XFL is a little bit step up from college because it's still a professional league.
Grown men, though.
Maybe not against those Alabama type schools because you're playing against those all stars, but I mean it's still.
These are grown men, 28.
Yep.
24.
Well, shit. I mean, hey, don't.
No, I'm not saying
Because what's his name? The Georgia quarterback Stetson Bennett. He's fucking 27 or some shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
And he was in college last year.
Exactly, but no, these are guys that you probably used to be in the NFL or in the NFL on a practice squad or something like that, and this is their next hopefully shot to make it back up there, kind of like the G League or whatever whatever they call it in the NBA. But so I think that's pretty exciting. Get a chance or an opportunity to come work your way up and come from the XFL and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
You got any more news on NFL? I mean, obviously week 3 is coming up. I know. I'm not sure who the Vikings play. I can kind of pull it up. I can pull it up, but I know Packers play Seattle.
I think we play Arizona.
Yep, Arizona. Yeah, that should be a good game.
No, Arizona. They have been looking like shit in the first couple of preseason.
And they don't have their quarterback, so who knows how they're going to be.
Right. But that's hopefully that we don't lose that game. That's the one I don't want to lose that game because that would mean our second string suck ass.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get to see some Like
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins throwing it to JJ first drive or to TJ Hawkinson or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously a huge Packers fan. I'm excited to watch. I think we play at 12 on Saturday, 12 p.m. But I'm excited. I'm definitely going to tune into the Jets game. They play the Giants. It's a rivalry right there. And I'm excited to see A-Rod. Actually, I know he's put on the uniform and stuff like that, but actually put on the Jets uniform and play an actual series.
See him saying downset hut and everything like that.
And that hard count. Green 19, green 19.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But no, I'm pumped for that. Last preseason game. Then I think we get there's a little break. I think it's about a week, right? Mm-hmm. That you're not going to have any football, but that following Thursday, like we said, it's game time. Teams better be. I think they got to be down to 53 here. Goddamn, pretty soon.
I don't know what the exact date is, but yeah, I think before we.
So there's gonna be a lot of people losing their jobs.
It's probably that cut week is the one between preseason
probably,
and regular
right.
season.
But no, I'm pumped. That's all I got for NFL. I'm excited for week 3 preseason.
There's a couple of, other, like, I don't know if it's negative or positive, but you saw Jimmy Graham get arrested this weekend.
Oh yeah.
And,
I think that was more of not. Yeah, I don't know.
And outside of a LA resort or whatever, stumbling across like into traffic and everything, got arrested for like public intoxication, or I don't even know what he got arrested for, but like disorder of conduct, or they took him in because he was a resistant arrest and obstruction and all that good stuff. Yeah. So, and then the team doctor came and said he was having a seizure.
Really?
So yeah, so he went to the jail, went to the hospital. Team doctor came, got him from the hospital. Now he's just chilling with the team doctor.
Yeah, I love Jimmy Graham.
Yeah,
he flew into where was it? Who's he playing for now? He got picked up by
he's playing with New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah, but he flew his plane or his helicopter.
Can he fly?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's actually a fly.
I know he's a dog, like as a tight end. He's more of a wide receiver. But
yeah, and then there was one other video I saw.
Brandon Cooks
was flying around his teammates.
Yeah. He was Stephon Gilmore.
Right before their game. Before their preseason game.
And yeah, 100%.
Colts, yeah.
Over top of, not Colts.
Who does Stephon Gilmore play for now?
Cowboys,
okay, yeah. Brandon Cooks, yeah.
Yeah, well, they all play for the Cowboys now. It was Brandon Cooks, Stephon Gilmore, and somebody else. But yeah, no, it was pretty sweet that he was just flying his plane over top of the stadium.
It was a helicopter or plane?
Brandon Cooks was a plane. Oh. But
that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's pretty sweet. But no, and then I saw Pete Carroll throwing some dimes out at
78 years old. What is he, 72 or 78 years old?
He's like 81.
No, he's 70 something.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's 72 or 78. Let's look it up because I want
fucker's old.
Pete Carroll age, because he's rolling out. He's doing pump fakes and
you're gonna be surprised by his age, I think.
No, I think he's 72 or 70. He's 71, so that's still pretty old to be running around.
Oh yeah.
And he was running wind sprints with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was throwing.
But there's a video that came out. It was edited. Like there's a few that he actually did throw. There's a few that were edited. Yeah. Him throwing like 80-yard bombs.
No, that's all. It gets that's fun.
It gets the people going.
That's fun entertainment.
But no, yeah. You got anything else for NFL?
I can't. Not off the top of my head. I can't think of anything. But
we're gonna pop into NBA, and there's only one thing that I have. And it's probably a big thing. It is a big thing around the NBA. If you're a ball, LaMelo, Jello. Lonzo. So
it's LaMelo Ball's birthday, by the way, today.
Is it?
Yeah. So happy birthday, Melo.
Yeah. But
he's not watching this.
Stephen A. Came out today and said he heard that Lonzo's having trouble, like even just standing up because he has had that knee injury. It's a weird knee injury that has sat him out for the past 2 years, pretty much.
Yeah. I heard he's gonna probably
made a comment that he couldn't get out of like a chair without having had trouble getting out of a chair. So Lonzo came on, put it on Twitter, I think it was, of him one leg, the bad knee, standing up and sitting down out of a chair, and he's like, shut your dumb ass up, or not. He didn't say that, but he's pretty much shut up, stop talking. This, like, he's like, I'll be back. Mm-hmm. So I think I was a big Lonzo fan when he came in, playing with the Lakers and stuff like that, and now he's with Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an interview that came out, and he was like, man, they were putting pieces around me because he was an all-star at that time. Like they tried to build a team around him, and then he had this
He fixed
weird
the shot.
injury.
Yeah, he fixed the shot. He's a great defender. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but
He's a great passer. Everyone knew knew how to play point guard, but
mhm.
they just needed to fix his shot.
Yeah.
And he worked at it, and he fixed it. And then they had DeMar DeRozan. They had Derrick Rose. Did they have?
No, Derrick Rose played there when he was younger.
Yeah, but I thought he came back and played a stint there. But who else did they have? They had
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine,
Yeah.
and Kobe White, and they had a decent.
They tried to build around him because he was an all-star. I mean, he was
Did they have Vucevic too?
great.
As their center?
Maybe I don't know. This was 2 years ago. He hasn't played in a long time.
I know.
But I want him to make like a healthy return. It'd be fun to see him and his brother ball out in the NBA.
Yeah, and Jello's in the G League. Or
I don't know. He was. Yeah, he tried. He signed a few 10-day contracts. With teams, never ended up. I know he signed with the Pistons one time. He's actually signed with the Hornets, but never fully got a roster spot. But
yeah, well, we'll see what happens if he keeps working on it and stuff. But yeah,
that's all I had for NBA.
LaMelo's a dog. Well, did you see James Harden got fined $100,000 for the remarks?
Was it 100,000 or
Yeah.
10,000?
100.
Jeez,
for
yeah,
the
for
remarks he made about
for
his
Mark
owner.
Roney or Looney.
Yeah,
I can't
whatever he said. I'm never playing for an
Mark Maloney or
organization
whatever.
that you're a part of, and yeah, he got fined 100,000.
Hey,
for
don't.
that.
That's why you don't talk shit on your owner.
Yeah, I suppose you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Right. But that's all I have. I think NBA starts. I think late October.
Yeah, I mean they have that international league going on, and they just beat Germany.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is balling out.
Yep.
He's having like 35 a game, and so that's fun to watch. And then there's a guy from Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah.
He's been balling out in what do they call them? Like the summer
League.
No, yeah, summer league, but it's not the NBA summer league. It's like Jamal Crawford puts on. Like the crossover league or whatever or something like that. Jonathan Kuminga's playing well there. Like he had 52 points, I think, one game. And then speaking of Jamal Crawford, I just saw highlights. He had 48 points and 12 assists. So he's still dogging up at the age of 38.
Yeah.
He's like crossing people up, like throwing crazy ass bounce pads. Like it's like fun to watch.
And then who's that guard from LA? I love him. I can't remember his name. White guard. He's young too. Just got the bag.
Austin Reeves.
He's playing for Team US too.
Yeah.
He's been balling out too.
He just had a podcast episode with Milk.
Yeah, it was a good one too.
Yeah,
I was it kind of threw me off because he has a country boy. Like his voice sounds like country.
Where's he from? I thought he was from.
Yeah, I know he's country for sure. No, you can tell
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really watch. I watched like the first couple minutes and then I had to get back to work.
But yeah, that's all I have. Yeah, basketball's coming up. I'm not gonna be paying any attention to it really because obviously NFL is gonna be going on. But yeah, I'm excited to obviously see my favorite part. Obviously, at the beginning of the season is teams start to create some new teams. There's some buzz around each team. They're acquiring players, so that's kind of fun to see. I want to see what the Lakers do. This is probably LeBron's last year,
Maybe.
I'd say, because Bronny will probably be in the league this following year. You're gonna play 1 year in that college, right?
Maybe I don't know how he's doing from his heart thing. Then
He was back at
practice
at USC. So
was he? Did you hear? There's another guy that had a heart attack on campus like last week, not at USC, but there was another one, and he actually passed away.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Like another heart thing like that, same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got for NBA. Touch on it a little bit. We haven't talked about it in the past few weeks. So
yeah.
Big event this past weekend, Saturday night. Sugar Sean O'Malley, impressive knockout.
Yeah, huge.
Versus Aljamain Sterling.
Huge fight for Sugar Sean, I think, to kind of solidify his name and to I would say in the UFC Hall of Fame now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's gonna help him out, but he's still got to keep winning.
Yeah, he's got to defend it a couple times, but 17-1 with a asterisk next to that one.
Yeah.
With that crazy foot thing.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
So did you watch the fight at all? Or saw highlights?
I watched. So they actually posted pretty much the whole entire fight on.
Well, I mean, it wasn't very long.
No, second round, 2 minutes into the second round,
Yeah.
3 minutes into the second round.
Yeah. it was a huge win because Aljamain Sterling's like bigger because obviously they have to get down to the same weight, but he puts on so much more weight after the fight. So he's a lot bigger than Sugar.
Like after the weigh-in.
Yeah,
Before
a lot bigger than Sugar. A lot stronger than Sugar. But
not as fast as Sugar.
Not as fast.
Not as smooth as Sugar.
It was impressive. It was very impressive to take because Aljo's. I mean, he's great in that weight class. So
yeah, he defended the belt like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. But no, sweet. He got him right in the chin, dropped him. And then just beat the shit out of him on the ground for, I don't know, probably threw 15, 20 punches at him.
Yeah, they let him go for a while.
Well, because they can't, I mean, those title fights, they can't.
I suppose. But he was hammer fisting his face so hard.
And so now the best thing is like, now it's not, I mean, people can call him out, Sugar, they can call him out to fight for the belt, but now it's more like, I can pick and choose who I want. So I think he's trying to fight Marlon Chito Vera. He's a beast. So yeah, I'm excited. I hope Sugar Sean goes on a run.
Yeah, no, 100%. I love watching him fight, and yeah, he just has so much finesse. It kind of reminds me of like when Conor McGregor first came into the UFC, all the pizzazz and all the finesse that he had, and all like the Showtime ability, and like knocking him out, and just like dancing on him, and like egging. Yeah, he's just a great entertainer.
Yeah, speaking of that. Sugar was on Pat McAfee today, and Conor McGregor actually texted him for the first, or DM'd him on Instagram for the first time. DM'd Sugar and said, "We did it, we fucking did it, champ." And then I think Sugar responded, said, because I was kind of back it up for you. So like, Conor's supposed to fight in December against Chandler. Obviously, because it got pushed back, so people were thinking like September,
August,
October,
September, yeah.
But Conor was not in USADA, the testing pool, which is USADA. So I think he finally got in, or he has, but that's what they want to do, is they want to do Conor as the main event versus Chandler, and then maybe
Sean as the co.
Yeah, co-main. So it'd be pretty sick in December in Vegas. But we'll see. It just depends if Conor's actually in the testing pool. I don't know. I hope he does, but
yeah. And then like you were going back on the Pat McAfee, like Sugar Sean was saying that, like he was talking with Dana, like asking if he could be that co and stuff, and he's like, shot Kala or something like that.
No, that's what Conor said to him.
Oh, that's what Conor said to him.
So that's what back to my story is like, Sugar said, can I be your co-main? Are we gonna fight together on the same card?
I must have not.
And then Conor said back, shot Kala, and then Sugar's like, I didn't respond because I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
Yeah, it means you call the shots, brother. I mean,
yeah, Conor should call the shots, but I'm excited to see Conor back. He was out like 3 days ago. He's like, I'm not gonna be able to make December because they're not letting me. It feels like they're kind of discriminating against me, like they don't want me to fight. And then last night he tweeted, December is back on, so I don't know if they're gonna let him get back in the testing pool, because 3 months ago before. I think it's 2 or 3 months ago before the Ultimate Fighter, this dude was jacked. Yeah. This dude had been like 205 pounds, just fucking, maybe not 205, but 190, just fucking. He was juiced to the gills for sure.
Yeah, 100%. He was on something.
He's looking a lot leaner, so I think maybe he is off the juice, but yeah, I'm excited for him to fight. He's my favorite fighter by far. Besides this guy right here. Some other fighting news that I do want to mention is it's this kind of like YouTube fighting is like kind of become a big thing in the past 3 years, thanks to Jake Paul. He's done a great job,
and
Logan a little bit. He fought a little bit, but Jake's actually made a career out of it. So KSI, a YouTuber, he's half owner of Prime. He's fighting Tommy Fury, Tommy Fury is a professional boxer. That's Jake Paul's only loss.
Yep, I was just gonna say that's the one who Jake Paul fought.
Yep. And then Logan Paul. WWE right now, but he's fighting October 14th. Ironically, that's your birthday. He's fighting Dylan Dennis, and Dylan Dennis is a phenomenal jiu-jitsu. Yeah. I think he's black belt. I don't know. I think it goes up to like I think he's black belt or brown belt, but he's up there. He's a 3 or 4 time champ
in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. So there's 2 professional fighters in there, but they're boxing. I know KSI and Tommy Fury are only doing a 6th round, which is weird because usually the 8's like the lowest you can do, but obviously
Exhibition.
it's expedition, yeah, exhibition, and then I think Dennis, if he shows up versus Logan, they're doing 8, so that'd be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely tune in.
Same night, right?
Yeah, same card because
right.
Yeah.
The
it's supposed to be
KSI's fights.
they're calling it like the prime,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's all sponsored by
it's prime card, yeah. But I'm pumped for that. I know not everybody's like huge into like YouTubers going into fighting, but I mean Jake Paul did it. He's obviously hasn't fought in a lot of professional. I mean, he's professional fighters, but older. But he's done it, so I'm excited. And have you seen Logan Paul?
Yeah,
dude is huge.
Yeah.
He might be juicing too, but
yeah, he's fucking huge.
yeah. And have you the controversy like Dylan Dennis posting pictures of Logan's new fiance, just posting pictures like of like with guys. They might be a lot of them are photoshopped, I think. But Dylan Dennis like he'll post like 10 pictures a day
Just
with Nina, which is Logan Paul's fiance, with another dude. Like there was one with like Leonardo DiCaprio. I think it's actually real. But there's like 75 pictures out there, and he's posting like pictures of her like naked and stuff. It's great. They're going at it, but
that's tough, dude.
And then the press conference was today. That's why I brought it up, and they were going at it.
That's tough.
Like Logan got a cake made of Dylan Dennis because it was actually Dylan Dennis's birthday today, and got a cake of him knocked out on the
ring
in the ring, yeah. And had a camel toe like on like the
on his
yeah.
That's
and then Logan ripped off the head and threw it at Dylan Dennis.
Damn, how just imagine like how much money do you think this fucker like? Obviously, great promotion, like
yeah, it's
all that shit, but he spends a shit ton of money to promote this. I mean, he has to. It's his event.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, it's on his zone, so it's not like technically his, but he's got it like. The zone's not going to promote it like they'll try to promote it, but not as much as like the people that are actually fighting it can do a lot more for their
many pay-per-views. And
exactly.
Like, there was that I don't know if we talked about it, but that Jake Paul and the Logan Paul like the impulsive episode where Jake was on it.
You know, I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth for like what Logan was talking all that shit, saying like I'm a better fighter, which really he's fights WWE. He's fought in 3 times in his career. Jake's fought in 7 times. Now 8, I think he's 7-1. I don't know. He kind of looked like he kind of tried to take the limelight away from Jake, and I didn't really like it. But I like both the brothers. They're both super smart.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool episode to watch. Honestly, it was a little awkward, but it was pretty. That
was heated. It got heated, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. It looked like Logan was a little bit jealous of how much his little brother was getting all the fame and.
Oh yeah, it was after a big event, dude. Like you don't try to like
take the limelight away from him.
Yeah, that was a big event for Jake Paul.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it last, but there was like 465 or 460,000 pay-per-views sold. Yeah, that's a bag.
Yeah,
100%. At it was what was the price of it? We got it too. I paid $65 about $65 out of 460,000 pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm. And that's like on the cheap end because I think you probably already had ESPN Plus or whatever. But
yeah,
you have to or I don't know how it was. Was it where was it televised on?
No, DAZN.
DAZN.
Mm-hmm. Which is like another platform. Yeah. You can buy 3. I think you could buy 3 ESPN Plus.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, that's all I got. A little bit of NFL, a little bit of basketball, and a little bit of mixed martial arts, boxing, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I mean this weekend. I mean we always. Like say there's nothing on because we just want football to be on all weekend and stuff, but we had the BMW championship.
Yep.
Victor Hovland came out on top. Victor Hovland shot lights out on on Saturday and Sunday, but Sunday was so fun to watch for Victor Hovland.
Yep.
He shot 7 under on his last 9 holes, and so going into Thursday and Friday. He was sitting at 3 under.
Okay.
And he finished at 17 under. And he shot 10 under on Sunday.
So where was he sitting at? Obviously, after the first round of the that tournament.
So I mean, he was already like
probably 7th, I think, right?
As far as like the rankings.
Yeah,
like
was he 7th?
Points.
Yeah.
He was 6th or 7th. In
so he's got to be up. Points. He's got to be up there at like 2.
He's 2 now. Yep. And so
is John Rahm still number 1?
No, Scotty Scheffler's number 1 because Scotty Scheffler got 2nd.
Because John Rahm finish? I didn't watch this at all.
John Rahm didn't do too well this week. He's having. Going
but he was 1 last week.
He's going through something. Yeah, just because of all the tournaments he's won before.
Prior.
He won like 2 or 3.
But this is the last tournament. This coming weekend is the last, right?
This is
30?
the tour championship. Yeah,
30
so this
30
is
players?
The last 30 players.
I'll have to watch that.
Scotty Scheffler's number 1, so he gets a 10-stroke lead. Victor Hovland's 2, so he gets an 8-stroke lead, and so on and so forth.
So that they should just with those stroke leads, they should finish probably pretty high up there no matter what, unless they shoot awful.
Or another player shoots outstanding.
Yeah, but 10-stroke lead, that's pretty crazy.
But it's not a 10-stroke lead on the whole entire field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're only 2 strokes ahead of Victor Hovland.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah.
And Victor Hovland, you were 2 or 3 strokes ahead of Victor Hovland on this last weekend.
Yeah.
And he came up and beat you by 2 strokes.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Scotty Scheffler was 1 last year too.
How's Max Homa looking?
And Rory McIlroy beat him.
How's Max Homa looking?
4.
Oh, so he's still up there
4
too.
or 5. Yeah,
so he must have played pretty
well this weekend too. Yeah, he shot like.
He's very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He'll never. I want him to win, but I don't think he will win the whole thing. But he's still going to be up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see because he played really well this last weekend. I think he shot 10. I think he shot 10 or 11 under, which obviously 17 under was the winning score. But yeah, you have a lot of good talent out there, and they're all playing really well. Scotty Scheffler's playing well. He obviously choked on the last couple holes. He bogeyed 17, and bogeyed 18 and shot 15. He was at 17 under and shot 15 under. So
yeah, I'll have to pay attention to that. I was just busy last weekend.
This is the last weekend of the regular season for golf, and then it starts in September.
Yeah,
September 12th, I think, is the start of the next season. So there's not a whole lot of break.
They don't get a lot of vacation. Rest time.
Yeah, they're pretty much on vacation.
You get me the golf for a living, but it's still like stressful, I bet.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
yeah, no, this is gonna be a fun weekend. That starts on Thursday, so 26th through the 30th or whatever those 4 days are.
And you're headed out Thursday morning.
Yep. So I'll be in Pennsylvania this next week.
Yeah, watch some racing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This past weekend I couldn't pay attention to a lot of sports. Obviously kept track of the NFL preseason, but this weekend I'm kind of laying it low, and I'm gonna enjoy the last preseason week. Just watch some golf.
You gotta watch Aaron Rodgers play. You gotta watch golf all weekend. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good weekend. It's gonna be should be a relaxing one.
So I'm actually it's not so relaxing for me. I'm going to Jelly Roll this weekend, but that concert's on Friday night, so we'll have all Saturday to be in Omaha. Probably go to some bars and
Jelly Roll would be a fun ass concert to go to. How long do you think Jelly Roll's been big, selling out concerts, a year?
No,
2.
Probably about 2. Whenever there's a Save Me's that came out about 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
year and a half ago. Yeah, I mean he's been selling out probably for a good year and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
gonna be fun. He's definitely one of my favorite artists, but it'd be fun.
Yeah. That is a huge. Yeah, that would be a fun concert.
Yeah.
We were talking about concerts. What, last weekend or 2 weekends ago or?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago. We were sitting out. We brought the podcast out in the garage and talking about our favorite artists. And this is gonna be a fun one. That was the question of the day. I don't have a question of the day today. I kind of want to talk about when we come back, next podcast, 29. This room will look a little bit different.
Hell yeah.
We're going to have a lot of different stuff hanging up. Who knows what it'll be, but it's going to be dope. I don't have a question of the day this week. Just want to talk about that. And obviously we're getting up there in 29. That's quite a bit of podcast. I mean, think about it, that's 29 weeks coming up here shortly. We only missed, I think we missed 1 week or 2.
1 week. Yeah.
So we've been doing it for 30 weeks.
I
think we're on about 7 months. We've been doing this thing, and I love doing it. So
hell yeah,
do it a year, 2 years.
We're gonna have a lot more to talk about too.
Mm-hmm.
We got football season, all that stuff. We'll have fantasy, and then we got baseball wrapping up in October. We got basketball starting up in October.
Yep.
Golf's still going on. Everything is going on. So we'll have a lot more to talk about coming up with this NFL season kicking off in 15 days, baby. So
15 days.
When this comes out, it'll be 15
a little over
days.
2 weeks.
Yep.
So get your jerseys and get your whatever wings or whatever appetizers because Thursday night.
That's a good question today. What are your go-to appetizers on NFL Sunday,
Okay.
or Super Bowl, whatever, either one.
Just watching food, or just watching football and eating food, like.
Right, but
Okay.
you bring your favorite appetizers to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be your top like 5 things that you'd want at a Super Bowl party?
So I'll go. I gotta go wings. I like the old Parmesan garlic or buffalo wings. I'm a big drum guy, but I like the flats. I don't care about. I'm not picky between those two. Wings got to be up there. I'm a big nacho guy. We like that. You got the guac, you got the onions, you got the jalapenos, you got the sour cream, you got the nacho cheese.
You go chicken or
tomatoes.
beef or steak?
We go chicken all the way. I love chicken nachos, so I could do that too. And then I'll probably do jalapeno poppers.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big jalapeno popper guy. That's 3, right? 4. I like those armadillo eggs that you make.
Oh yeah.
It's
just like jalapeno. It's basically a jalapeno popper, but it's wrapped with like hot Italian sausage, and then that's wrapped with
bacon. Yeah. So obviously there's a theme here. Jalapenos. And then 5.
You go with any like dips? Like obviously when you go, you'll have
Yeah, it's gotta go. I gotta go chips and salsa because that's
just the traditional chips and
right.
salsa.
I'm gonna say chips and a dip. So I like guac. I like pico de gallo. I like
buffalo chicken dip.
buffalo chicken dip. Yeah, I like all of that. So I'll go chips and dip, and then I'm gonna add in 6th. I'm gonna go with all of those snacks. You gotta have a pitcher of beer.
A pitcher or just a keg.
Especially or no, I mean whatever.
Kegs are fun. I like
some ice cold. You gotta have some ice cold beer or whatever you like, ice cold beverage, because 4 of my things had jalapenos in it, so you're gonna want something to
wash that down with.
Yeah,
100%.
What about you?
Wings are a necessity. Like I make my own wings, and kind of just try to do them homemade. I don't either do them on the grill or I do them even in the air fryer too.
Mm-hmm.
They turn out pretty well in the air fryer. Chislic, I like having some meat around, just like pick it up and just dip it in some ranch and pop them in, like a lot of finger food.
Mm-hmm.
What I've been really craving, or not craving, but enjoying a lot are pretzel bites.
Pretzel bites, you do not like pretzel bites. You got nacho cheese. You're dipping it in.
Yeah, so you get the I sometimes I'm just getting these at the restaurant as like appetizer, but usually you get like a thing of like a beer cheese or nacho cheese, but then you also get like this ground brown mustard.
Yeah,
like it's like a spicy brown mustard, not spicy, but how do you explain it? It's like really mustardy, and you get the ground. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I've been doing like pretzel sticks or pretzel bites. Yeah, so those would be nice to have at a party.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, like the jalapeno poppers or the armadillo eggs that I make are pretty good.
Yeah, those are good. I think that's more of like, you could honestly have one of those, and then like I mentioned, like chips and dip.
Yeah.
Jalapeno
that's
poppers.
Almost the whole meal.
Yeah. Because that's a lot of meat.
Yeah, you gotta just
cheese. There's some cheese in there too. It's like cream cheese.
Cream cheese, and that has like
bacon. There, I mean, those are phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And the wings too. Like, you can create a whole meal of just appetizers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then sometimes you get like the meatballs and like the gravy sauce.
Yep, I made those last year for the Super Bowl. Little smokies. Yeah, Polish mistakes. You know what those are?
Mistakes.
So it's like that. It's like the cheese. It's like hamburger with cheese in it, and it's put on like a little piece of bagel.
So it's cheese with hamburger in it, like a whole cheese thing.
It's hamburger with cheese in it. Like, it's just, honestly, it is like, it's just like a hamburger with cheese, like nacho cheese mixed together.
Yeah.
And then you put it on a little bagel. Like, they're like little bagel chips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah, no, never heard of them.
Mom makes them all the time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I've never heard of that. But no, that sounds pretty good. But yeah, like those dips where you have like the hamburger and the cheese and the Velveeta and the Rotel.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, that's good.
Dip chips in it, or mom makes like a
chicken enchilada chip dip.
Enchilada chip dip. That's always good. Buffalo chicken dip is all. Yeah, that. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Yeah.
But no, Super Bowl Sunday is always fun. Even just game weeks. I usually try to make wings every game week. And
you gotta have wings, man.
Yeah, no, it's always fun to kind of have an excuse to cook on Saturday or Sunday morning and get ready for the game.
Yes, sir.
So,
but yeah, you got anything else?
Nope, I'm good for this week. So yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, I'm good too. Yeah, episode 28 in the books.
AP baby.
I'm excited for you guys to see when we come back. Behind us is going to be something a little different. It's going to really go really well with our podcast, and especially this. I'm not going to say too much more, But I'm pumped for you guys to see. And yeah, episode 28 in the books.
Yeah. All right. Until then, we'll see you guys next week on TEW Confrontational, episode 29. So, yeah, until then,
Peace.